Have you ever thought about how a single, powerful idea can travel through time? How it can be passed from one person to another, like a torch, for almost 200 years? Well, we're going to trace the journey of an idea like that, one that didn't just build a university, it helped shape an entire nation.
It all comes back to this one sentence from a writer named Ryotaro Shiba. It was the heart of a recent Osaka University commencement address. Just think about that for a second. A life devoted to others is the most beautiful. It's not about what you get for yourself, but about what you give away. That sounds great, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to live a beautiful life? But how do you actually do it? To really get it, we need to go back in time. We need to meet the guy who lit the torch in the first place. All right, so our story kicks off way back in Japan's samurai era. It was a time of huge tradition, but also massive change. And this is where we meet the man who sparked this whole idea.
This is him, Ogata Koen. He was a doctor, a brilliant scholar, basically one of the smartest guys around. But, it wasn't just what he knew that made him so special. It was what he chose to do with that knowledge.
So in 1838, Koan opens this little school in Osaka called the Tekajuku. And let me tell you, this place was totally revolutionary. It didn't matter if your family was rich or poor, noble or not. The only ticket you needed to get in was a burning desire to learn. Kids would cram into these tiny rooms, sometimes sharing just one dictionary, and they'd just debate and learn all night long.
And this, right here, this is the absolute core of Koen's spirit. He wasn't chasing fame. He wasn't chasing money. His philosophy was simple. Take everything you've learned, all your talent, and use it to help other people. That was the #1 lesson.
So what happens when you fill hundreds of bright young minds with that kind of selfless philosophy? Well, they go out and literally change the world. Kongak's students became the architects of modern Japan. I mean, we're talking about the people who founded new universities, modernized the country's institutions, and even started the Japanese Red Cross. That one little flame he lit, it turned into a sea of lights that lit up the whole country.
Now, here's where it gets really cool. That spirit, born in a tiny, crowded schoolhouse, didn't just flicker out. Nope. It went on to become the actual soul of a huge, modern university.
You can see this direct line, right? Osaka University grew out of all these different schools in the city, but Koan's Tekijuku was its spiritual ancestor. That core idea, using what you know to solve real-world problems for real people, that's the DNA connecting that little old school to this major modern university.
And this eventually became the university's official motto, live locally, grow globally. I love this because it perfectly captures Koen's whole philosophy. It means you start with the problems right in front of you in your own community. And by solving those challenges, you end up creating solutions and knowledge that can help the entire world.
Okay, so it's a nice motto, but does this whole philosophy actually work in the modern world? Well, the impact really speaks for itself.
Just look at the track record. Back in the 1930s, Osaka had some major public health problems. The university jumped right in, and that work became the foundation for Japan's world-class immunology research. Fast forward to 1970, you've got the World's Expo, and a huge problem, massive crowds. The solution? Researchers at the university invented the world's first automatic ticket gate. Yeah, that was them. And looking ahead to the 2025 Expo, they're still at it, showing off things like androids and cultured meat. That's live locally, grow globally in real life. And this laser focus on solving real problems has earned some serious global respect. We're talking Nobel Prizes for medical discoveries that are saving lives, the super prestigious Japan Prize, and being home to one of the world's biggest research groups in quantum computing. It just proves that focusing on helping others doesn't just feel good, it leads to incredible world-class results. Okay, so all of this brings us to the most important part of the whole message, the part that's all about you. A really crucial point from that commencement address was this. Your life is probably not going to be a straight line. You're going to have setbacks, you're going to fail. But those moments, those detours, that's not wasted time. That's actually where you build the wisdom and the character you're going to need for whatever comes next. And at the end of the day, this is the final takeaway. Everything you learn, every single skill you pick up, its real value isn't measured by how it helps you get ahead. It's measured by how you use it to help someone else. Use what you learn to lift other people up. Because that kind of life, that's the most beautiful one of all.
So, Ogata Koen lit a torch almost 2 centuries ago.
He passed it on, and it's been passed down generation after generation, sparking new ideas and lighting the way forward. And now, that torch is being handed to you. The only question left is, what will you do with its light?